Now that my computer is working properly. Hi guys! Welcome back to another video. So, I know that I haven't posted any vlogs yet, but I will so soon. I just need to actually get them off of my friend's Google Drive because I've been forgetting to vlog because my phone has been full. But it's okay because my phone is not full now. Or at least it wasn't until I filmed this video. Okay, good. Now that we've got that out of the way, I have been planning this video since the beginning of last year, and I've been very excited about this video. So, this video is a list of all of the books I read in 2019, because I kept track. I'm so proud of myself. So, these books are all books that I've read the first time, not books that I've read like 50 billion times and decided to read again. So these are all in order and I ranked them. I have not done any reviews for them, but I'm planning on them. So the first book that I read was Full Metal Alchemist volumes 4 through 6. I read 1 through 3 the year before, so I decided to start the new year off by reading Full Metal Alchemist all in one night. And I ranked it 9 on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being horrible, 10 being really, really good. It's really, really good. I highly recommend Full Metal Alchemist. Number 2 was Venom Homecoming, Volume 1. That is another one I read in one night, and I don't remember anything about it, but I ranked it 7. Probably because I don't remember anything about it. I remember that I was like on the edge of my seat, like, but also, I read it while ex-boyfriend was asleep, so I was like, I wanted to talk about it, but I couldn't talk about it, so I completely forgot about it. Yeah. Number 3 was The Sword of Summer by Rick Riordan. This one I have a script for the review, but I haven't recorded it yet because right after it I read the second one and then they mushed in my brain and I could not separate them. And then I started writing the review, so hopefully I'll do a review on that one if I unscramble them. Number 4 was Fruits Basket, Volume 3, which I rated a 9 because I love Fruits Basket. Yeah, I need to get Volume 4. Number 5, this one was actually read to me, but Marvel Civil War, the first one, I rated that a 7. I remember a little bit about it, but mostly I remember my annoyances with it and not what I thought was really good about it. So number 6 was Fables, Volume 4, and I struggled with that one. That one took me like 6 months to read. 7 is The Hammer of Thor by Rick Riordan. That one was really good. I rated it a 5. Number 8, I read, well, this one was read to me, but The Amazing Spider-Man Worldwide, Volume 1. That one was really good. I remember it being good, but I didn't really get it because it was the very first Spider-Man comic I read, so I rated it a 6. Number 9 is another one that took me like 6 months to read, but it's because I kept stopping because I kept crying, and that one was the autobiography of Elizabeth Sladen. That is such a good book. I rated it a 10 because I love Elizabeth Sladen, and I love hearing about her life. Number 10, because I read more than 10 books, I was so proud of myself. Number 10, I read The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. And I rated that one a 9. That one was so good. The only reason that I had to put it down so often was because I was doing stuff like a job. I hate jobs. So everything after this, there's a few books after this, and all of these books I read on Audible because when you have a full-time job, it's very, very hard to read books. So I read all of these books on Audible while I was doing stuff like drawing and writing. They were so good. I read When the Curtain Falls by Carrie Hope Fletcher. I rated that a 7. I thought it was gonna be a lot better, but it was just a ghost story with a romance, and it was weird, and I don't like ghosts, so I was like, eh. Number 12 was Princess in Practice by Connie Glynn. I had read Undercover Princess like 2 years before, and and then right after I read Princess in Practice, I read The Lost Princess by Connie Glynn. And I really liked The Lost Princess. Oh my god, that was so good. I rated it a 9 because the entire time I was like, what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen? I was actually late coming back from lunch for a few of these books because I kept wanting to like get just a little bit farther, just a little, till I finish the chapter. My superiors were very mad at me. Number 14 was The Hate You Give. It's by Angie Thomas. I really liked it, and I watched the movie after I read the book, and oh my goodness. So The Hate You Give was really impactful. I really liked it, even though I probably wasn't the target audience, but when I watched the movie, I laughed so hard when I saw Anthony Mackie, who was supposed to be King, because that's not what I imagined. I was imagining like this really tall, really buff guy. Yes, phone, I realized that I'm at 20%, but I was imagining this really tall, really buff guy, kind of sort of like Kingpin from Into the Spider-Verse, but anyway. So I might do a review on The Hate You Give. Next I read Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Oh my god, I love the Illuminae files. I made Georgia listen to it with me, and she doesn't get it because she doesn't get sci-fi, but oh my god, I loved it. I had the book in front of me and I was listening to it because I didn't understand how to read it, and like, oh my god, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, and I was going, no. I'm so glad that no one saw me reading it at like 2 o'clock in the morning, because oh my god. But right after I read Illuminae, which was I read Illuminae in like 1 week, and then I read Gemina, which is the next book in the series, and I finished that in a few days, and then I read Obsidio, which is the next book in the series, and I read that in like 1 day. And like, even though the books are like this big, like I kid you not, they're like the size of the Deathly Hallows, they were not long enough. There's not enough story. I want more story. I want to know what happens to my little beans. I grew so attached to the characters, and like my heart still weeps for them. And then after I read Obsidio, I stopped reading for like a week, and I was like, okay, gotta get back in the game. And so I read The White Mountains, which is the first book of the Tripod series by John Christopher. I have not read the other ones because I did not realize this, but Tripods is a children's sci-fi series that was written in the 1920s or 30s or somewhere around there. So it was very hard to read because it was not written in a style that I am used to. So I was sitting there going, okay, so decode that, what does it mean? Yeah. Anyway, so that is the 18 books that I read in 2019. This year I am still keeping it going. I haven't finished any books this year, but I plan on doing it. Currently I'm reading Watership Down, which is so hard to get through, but it's on Audible, so I'm trudging along. Yeah. This year my goal is 19 books. I think I can do 19 books in 2020. But anyway, I'm gonna go because Georgia's looking at me weirdly, so